to look at it. But our biggest thing is if we were to oversell and, hey, you need this, 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 and this, we know the average person is going to try something for 2 weeks, and then the rest of the stuff's going to sit on their shelf. That's just as bad advertising as good advertising, because they're going to say, oh man, they oversold me, or oh, I got this stuff, or oh, they conned me into getting all this stuff, and you know, look at it, I'm still fat, or I'm still this, or I'm still that. So we try to put a program together which just try it for 2 weeks. Try it. Let's not oversell you. Let's make sure it works, and then come back in and talk to us. See if we need to tweak something or change something up. So we just have a whole different philosophy. We know my average with Kaylee, the only advertising I really do is on radio. Everything else is face-to-face. I go and speak at schools, churches, youth groups, community centers, Boys and Girls Club of Nampa. So a lot of that is just word of mouth. We sponsor. Our goal is about $100 a month to give back to local. So we have about $1,200 a year that we give back. It's July. We're at $1,900 already. So there's a lot of companies that are tightening their pocketbook and they're not giving. It's amazing what happens when you just give. And when you just give and open up your checkbook, it's a lot of time. I put it back to, and I'm not trying to get religious on anybody, but it's a lot of like tithing and giving. You know, a lot of time you're like, I don't know how I don't have the money in my checkbook. You know, but it's that faith. If you're going to step out and if you're going to give, then you're going to receive. And that's the same thing in our business. We're givers. We're just going to give and give and give. And now if you look 2 years later, we have 3 stores. We're the #1 growing nutrition store in Idaho. We're the top 7% in the nation. And we're small. I mean, we're not a big, I don't sell anything online. Everything's right out of our store. So the Meridian store, same thing. I found someone like-minded. I gave him 10% of the company, and now he's growing it. So I think the biggest thing in business is don't let someone else carry on your dream. You've got to be there. You've got to work it. You've got to continue there. Then you've got to get like-minded people to help you carry on your dream. You can't do it by yourself. So we've got to do it together, and you've got to build a team that sees your vision and goes. So I would just say we've grown not because of our product, not because we have a cool widget. We have grown because we give and we care about what we're doing. We care about people, and people feel it. You know, people know when you're selling them. They know when they're being sold. They know that, oh, this guy's a car salesman. I knew it. You know, we don't want any of that. We just want to give. And I think the biggest thing is we're doing a grand opening. It's Saturday in Meridian. I've had a soft opening for 3 weeks already. And what that store's done in 3 weeks with little to no advertising is what the Nampa store does right now every day. So we're just growing and we're just taking it.
Where is the Nampa store?
The Nampa store is on Caldwell Boulevard, right in the Orchard Point complex, next to Anytime Fitness and Nampa First studio, just west of Fred Meyer.
Okay.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Listening to you, since the 70s, we bought all our supplements from the co-op in Boise. And so it's hard because of their philosophy and such. So it's hard to think about switching.
Right.
Well, it is. You know, when you've gone someplace for 4 years. Yeah. I'm old. So why should I come to your place?
That's a good question. And I'm not here. Our demographic is 18 to 35-year-old males. We're not a co-op. We're not a vitamin shop.
Okay.
We're not herbal. So I am strictly
protein bodybuilding.
Yeah. Okay. We've now been able to adapt and change. I do now have, because I have female clients, I have some lean proteins. Everyone needs protein every 3 hours in their body, whether it's a whole food, sushi, or it's a protein supplement. Your body needs it, or you're going to go catabolic. You're going to start fasting. storing fat and burning muscle. So it's just, that's the truth of it. So everybody needs protein. So I've changed that dynamic that, I guess I can help girls.
Even old girls?
Even old girls. So we carry,
If there's any in this room.
yeah, so we carry just some simple stuff. We carry multivitamins, we carry some B, fish oils, CLA, omega-3s, 6 and 9s.
Okay.
But we don't, like if you go to the co-op and you're buying some herbs, fenugreek, St. John's wort, those type, I don't carry any of that. And here's another thing, and I can just tell you, it rocks people's world when someone will come into us and will edify another store. So we don't believe we have competition because we're different. So if someone comes in and they want an herb or a special vitamin, we have a relationship with World of Nutrition. It's right across the street from our Nampa store. So we edify those ladies there. Hey, they're really great. They're pros at what they do. They really know. Go over there. It shocked them when they're like, hey, people from Newko sent us over there. I finally got a phone call. And she's like, what are you doing?
Sure.
And I was like, well, we don't carry your product and you're local. We want to give you the business. And they're just like, so now guess what? When people want protein, we're getting that. So, not like what we have. They'll carry like 100% whey protein, non-flavor that you can cook in it or just add it to a smoothie or something like that. But they're not pros. So we become an expert at what we do. And so just by doing that, and I never went over and told them our marketing strategy or anything like that. It's just when you start edifying somebody else that they think you're competition, but they're not competition.
Have you gone over yet to
Yeah. We went in there. But our biggest thing is if we don't have it, we're going to tell people where to get it because why? Our core value is helping people. It's not about the sale. And so when we don't make it about the sale or our product, we listen to their wants and needs.
You don't just say, I don't know that.
No.
I love that.
No. So we edify other people. So like in Caldwell, it's really tough. Ron's Nutrition, they're downtown. The challenging thing is they don't upgrade. They don't. I mean, they've got product for 5-10 years that's been on their shelf. That's dusty and old. People will open it up and it's just powder. So it's hard to edify someone that doesn't take pride in their business. But there's no other store in Caldwell. So after so many times, people came back and said, "Are you sure you just can't call your supplier and get me this?" I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But so even our Caldwell store just started edifying World of Nutrition in Nampa. So we try to help out our own community of doing it. But already in Meridian, I went and met the owner of Nutrition West. He's on Fairview, right next to Albertsons. He carries a lot of herbs, a lot of just vitamins. He's an old man, kind of walks with a cane and just looks into his business. He doesn't have to work. He's retired. He does it just to help people. So that's who we edify to do what we don't do. Long story of what you're doing. We're probably not for you.
Yeah.
So that's.
But I also like your philosophy, and I've worked for many years at Terry Riley in the teen clinic, and so with some of the kids over there, the thought of giving back to something, or so I could refer people to you too, and I mean just that connection too.
I'd like to give just I work out just a little bit, and I like to give a testimonial. You go to a lot of supplement stores or nutrition stores, and they like to do what I call the nutrition of their supplement of the month club. Every time there's a brand new thing, they are trained. Hey, we just bought a bunch of XYZ. So when people walk in, oh, this is what you need, whether you need it or not. You will not get that at Newko. So I don't go anywhere else because I know when I walk in there, I go, hey, I want my XYZ. And you say, cool, you've been buying that for every time you've been in here, and we're not going to try and tell you to do something different.
Right.
And that's very unique. Very unique.
I don't put spiffs on any of my product.
Go to a Max Muscle and try and buy the same thing you bought last month.
Yeah. I think consistency of it. Listen, we have added products I mean, the thing is listening to our customer, what they want, where they want to go, and if we don't carry it, and I'll do the research, I'll look at it. If it's a viable, good product, I'll carry it. That's the cool thing, not have to go to corporate or get an approval. We all buy basically from the same place.
Right.
So that's not, I mean, I can tell you who the major distributors are and who will sell direct. So what we're doing is not rocket scientists. You don't even, look at, I'm from CUNA. You don't have to be brilliant, you know, to do this. So if you just listen to the heartbeat of the customer and just make yourself a little bit different, I think that's the key of believing in all your products and then making it about the customer, not about you. Any other questions?
Thank you so much, Joe.
Yes, thank you.